There's a mirror in your soul that you've been walking past for years, catching glimpses from the corner of your eye, but never quite turning to face it directly. You know the one. It reflects not your physical form, but the truth you've been too afraid to see. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That persistent tug beneath your carefully constructed days, that whisper that grows louder in the quiet moments when your defenses are down. The mirror shows you things that make your logical mind uncomfortable, dreams you've buried, gifts you've denied, aspects of yourself you've convinced others you don't possess. There's a reason you keep avoiding this reflection. It's not because what you'd see is broken or shameful. It's because what you'd see is magnificent, and magnificence requires responsibility. It demands that you stop hiding behind the comfortable smallness you've made your home. You've been pretending, haven't you? Pretending that the person everyone sees is the complete picture, when in truth they're only witnessing the edited version, the one you've curated to avoid the beautiful terror of being fully seen. You've become a master of misdirection, pointing everyone's attention toward your acceptable qualities while keeping your most radiant aspects safely hidden in shadow. The mirror you've been avoiding doesn't reflect your flaws. It reflects your power, your untapped potential, the version of yourself that would emerge if you stopped apologizing for taking up space in a world that desperately needs what you came here to give. This avoidance isn't accidental. It's a sophisticated survival mechanism you developed when someone somewhere along the way made you believe that your brightness was too much, that your depth was inconvenient, that your truth was somehow inappropriate for the room you found yourself in. So you learned to dim it, to compress yourself into shapes that fit other people's comfort zones, to become a careful curator of your own expression, showing only what feels safe, keeping the rest locked away behind walls you've built so skillfully that you've almost forgotten what they're protecting. But mirrors have a way of calling us back. The universe keeps placing reflective surfaces in our path, moments of recognition, encounters with people who see through our performances, experiences that crack open our carefully maintained facades, just enough for light to slip through. You've been having those moments lately, haven't you? Flashes of remembering who you were before you learned to hide. Glimpses of the person you become when no one's watching, when you think no one will judge the full spectrum of your being. The most interesting part about this mirror you've been avoiding is that it doesn't show you who you should become. It shows you who you've always been underneath the layers of adaptation and accommodation. It reflects back the self that existed before you learned to perform acceptability. Your current discomfort isn't a sign that something's wrong with you. It's a sign that something's ready to emerge. That persistent restlessness you feel, it's your authentic self pressing against the walls of the identity you've outgrown, asking for permission to finally breathe. You think looking in this mirror will reveal your inadequacy, but it will actually expose your magnificence. You think it will show you everything that's wrong, but it will illuminate everything that's been waiting to be acknowledged, celebrated, expressed. The people in your life who truly love you have been seeing glimpses of this reflection all along. They've been waiting for you to catch up to their vision of who you are. They've been loving the parts of you that you've been hiding, wondering when you'll finally love them too. Imagine carrying this hidden self for another decade, another year, another day. How much energy does it take to maintain this careful performance? How exhausting is it to constantly monitor which parts of yourself are safe to reveal in which contexts? The mirror you've been avoiding isn't your enemy. It's been patiently waiting to show you the most beautiful truth. You are not too much. You never were. You've been exactly enough, exactly as you are, and the world has been waiting for you to realize this. Every time you felt that familiar pull to hide, to minimize, to make yourself smaller for someone else's comfort, you've been moving away from this mirror. Every time you've honored what feels true, spoken what wants to be said, created what wants to be born through you, you've been stepping closer to your reflection. This moment isn't happening by accident. The universe has been orchestrating circumstances, placing people in your path, creating situations that would eventually lead you here, to this recognition, this invitation to finally turn and face what you've been avoiding. Your authentic self isn't hidden because it's shameful. It's hidden because it's sacred, because it's precious, because somewhere along the way, you intuited that it needed protection until you were strong enough to let it be seen. That time is now, not because everything is perfect, but because you're finally ready to stop waiting for permission to be who you actually are. The mirror has been waiting. Your reflection, your true reflection, has been waiting. The world that needs your authentic gifts has been waiting. But most importantly, you've been waiting. Waiting to come home to yourself, waiting to stop performing and start being. waiting to discover what happens when you finally have the courage to look directly into the mirror you've been avoiding and smile at what you see looking back. Today isn't just another day you walk past your truth. Today is the day you finally stop, turn, and meet your own eyes in the reflection that's been calling your name. The mirror you've been avoiding has been holding your homecoming all along.